Let's try to reconnect, and hopefully we got a better connection now with Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys. Is that echo taken care of, Stephen?
I think so. We'll see.
Yes,
it is.
Yeah, perfect. And you were saying what is different about Dak over the last 3 or 4 games?
Well, I just think at the end of the day, he's really getting a lot of confidence, the connection. It's easy for anybody to see. His connection with CD, he's starting to utilize, all of our weapons, whether it's a Cooks, a Ferguson, Tony Pollard. And, I think Mike's getting more and more comfortable of maybe, really throwing the football early and often if we need to, and get it to where we can come back to the run and do what we need to do in the running game. So, overall, I think it's just a matter of, ultimately executing week in and week out, what Mike and Coach Schottenheimer and Dak are trying to accomplish.
Stephen, when you look at it, and I was impressed, I saw a thing today that Dak has an opportunity to make history. He can join 3 other great quarterbacks by throwing over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns in 4 consecutive games. I mean, those quarterbacks are Patrick Mahomes, Steve Young, and
Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning, that guy. So that's pretty good company if he does that against the Panthers this week.
Well, it is a special company. He's playing at a special level. I think CD set a similar record with having 50 yards, I think, in 3 consecutive games. So, boy, those two are on a roll, and it's magical to watch them work. But it's also good to I think a lot of what's coming to them is the fact that we do have so many other options that can be every bit as successful. Certainly it's great to see Cooks really get involved in the mix. And as I mentioned, Ferguson, and, we do have a lot of options to look to if teams want to really start to focus on 1 or 2 people to stop. I do think we got a great group of personnel on the offensive side of the ball that can step up if given the opportunity.
Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys joining us here on the Blitz. Still some issues last week against the Giants in the red zone. They had that goal line stand. What is the concern level in the building about the short yardage run game situation? What are some ideas to fix that?
Well, I just think in general it goes back to, a little bit of what we're talking about, how this offense is evolving. I think as we start to have success, which we are, certainly, talking about the Daks and the CDs, you start to do the same thing. You execute down in the red zone and continue to get our hands around that and execute at a high level. I think that's just a matter of time before it starts to work its way into being efficient and doing the things we need it to do. Certainly we can be better. We have to continue to improve each week in all 3 phases, whether it be offense, defense, or special teams. And certainly, within those phases, stopping, being successful in the run and the pass, and same thing on defense, stopping the run and the pass, and continue to focus on getting the turnovers that we need to get. And, certainly helps your chances of winning a game in a big way if you can win that turnover battle.
All right, Stephen, I'm sorry to bring this up, but I think I have to. Albert Breer has brought up the fact that what he's hearing are the Cowboys and the Commanders' interest in Bill Belichick. Is that a ridiculous story?
Well, I know it is for us. We're totally 100% focused on what we're doing, and Mike McCarthy's as successful, I think, as any coach, right there with Andy Reid in terms of the number of wins he's doing, that he's been able to come with each season, barring the COVID year. He's just doing a great job here. So we're totally focused on winning a championship here with Mike and his staff, and certainly what he's doing is so impressive. I can't speak for other teams' interests.
When you see some stories like that are linked to the Dallas Cowboys, do you just laugh and say, where the hell did they come up with this?
Yes, I do, because they certainly are inaccurate when they get to that point. So, I'm a fan of Albert. I like Albert Breer, but he's just not accurate there.
Good stuff.
Fair
Stephen
enough.
Jones of the Dallas Cowboys. I know next week is Thanksgiving and you guys have a game, so we won't talk with you next week. Have a great Thanksgiving. Good luck this week against Carolina and next week against Washington.
Happy Thanksgiving to you guys as well, and always appreciate being on with you guys.
Appreciate it.
Thanks,
Thank you very
Stephen.
much. Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys. Got the echo fixed, got the answer. Not accurate.
Not accurate. And yeah, I just wonder where Breer's getting his. I just can't believe he's making that story up. Somebody told him that. But you go right to the horse's mouth, so to speak. And there's no reason for the Cowboys to have any interest in Bill Belichick at this point because Mike McCarthy has this team on a roll right now.
Yeah, Stephen Jones and all our guests on the Buyers Barricades guest line where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond.